Win a home on Afternoon Express, where you, the viewer, can win one of 3 luxury apartments at Val de Vie estate in the Cape Winelands worth over 3 million rand. Designed by our 3 contestants using finishes provided by Caesarstone and Plascon.
Well, the days are numbered, and in just 2 weeks' time, on the 26th of August, we will be announcing the winner of Win a Home live on Afternoon Express. Now, over the past few weeks, we've showcased the Val de Vie estate, which one lucky viewer will be calling their new home, and will have Ryk Nettling as a neighbour. We've seen the equestrian centre and the family-friendly facilities, and this week, Danilo goes to check out what made the estate famous in the first place: the wine.
Ryk, Le Huguenot wine cellar's been around for over 200 years. Talk us through that history and how it fits into the Val de Vie estate.
Well, Danilo, the Cape Winelands is really known throughout the world, like making some of the best wines. This wine farm was established in 1783. That's when the first French Huguenot received the land. We're standing here in the old manor house. If you look at the walls over there, you can see it's very thick, and obviously back then they didn't have air conditioning. It gets very hot here in the summer, so had to keep the place cool. The wine cellar itself was built in the 1820s. We've been making wine here on the estate since then. Also very interesting, this was originally a French Huguenot that started here. So if you drive around this area, you'll see some Dutch name farms and some French farms, and they placed the French Huguenots in between the Dutch to teach them how to make wine, because they could make cheese and farm, and this whole area really was where all the food came from. So this is where they grew the vegetables and the fruits. So everybody that came through the Cape had the fruit and vegetables that was grown in this area, and that's really what we're going back to. We're going back to the basics with the wine and with the farms on the estate to put that produce back onto the plates.
I always knew that you and I would get along just fine, both of us being wine lovers, but wine is a big part of the Val de Vie estate, and what has been your personal hand in that process?
It's always been important for me to be involved in the whole process of the winemaking. So we start with a bunch of wines, we taste them, we take the best ones, and then we start the blending. So each vintage is not the exact same percentage. We go for a certain style. We focus on the Rhone varietals here. The Rhone is an area in France that is very similar to the terroir. So my wine is a Shiraz-based blend. It's got some Grenache and some Cinsault in it. I just wanted it to be a really easy drinking wine. This is the 3rd vintage. The first 2 did really well, and hopefully this one will do even better.
Well, I'd be more than willing to put that to the test. So how about we crack open a Ryk Nettling over lunch?
Let's go.
Cool. Ryk, many people who know me know that I spend a lot of time in the Afternoon Express kitchen, and I love food so much. Talk me through what the grand vision was behind the Polo Club restaurant.
Well, this is really the hub and the heart of the estate. You can come on a Sunday and have a polo brunch, watch polo, enjoy a bit of bubbly, or a little bit more fine dining in the evening. So it really is a nice, comfortable place to come and enjoy good food and wine.
Looking to the future, what are the culinary plans for Val de Vie?
I think the whole theme is that we want to go back to basics, and we've got lots of farms on the estate. We're going to encourage people to farm organically, and we're looking forward to using some of those vegetables and produce here in the restaurant. We're also going to build a deli, building a whole new lifestyle center that will have a deli in there, and we're looking to have a bit of a marketplace where people can sell their the produce from the estate and from the surrounding farms. So that's what people are asking for. That's what people are moving towards. It's a new trend to live organically, and I think it's gonna work very well. We're gonna start construction with that in January. So by October, November next year, it will be all in place.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon. Wow, Wilhelm, this looks amazing. Tell us what we've got here.
It's a lamb shank braised for about 16 hours. I take it off the bone, I mix it with a bit of feta, rosemary, Ryk Nettling red wine. put it back together, wrap it in a bit of phyllo pastry, bake it off, and then I've just served it with a crunchy herb mash and some roasted vegetables.
Well, Hallam, talk me through the cuisine here at the Polo Club restaurant and what you bring to the table as the chef.
I don't specialize in one certain cuisine. I like to, what I see, I create, but even better. I love a lot of Asian cuisine, but I take Asian cuisine and I mix it with a lot of different styles to create my own little bit of flair and style.
Well, it's looking delicious. Definitely one of those stunners.
Thank you very much. Enjoy.
Thank you so much. Cheers.
Remember that if you're the lucky grand prize winner, you get to choose your choice of one of the 3 apartments completed by our design contestants. A few weeks ago, we revealed their beautiful kitchens, and today we're taking a closer look at Sangengalo, the company that worked with Caesar Stone to create those beautiful, one-of-a-kind countertops, to see how they got made.
My name is Neville Owen. I'm the owner and the founder of Sangengalo Marble and Granite, which incorporates the processing of engineered stones. We started off as a kitchen company nearly 20 years ago now, and after a very short period of time we realized there was a need in the market for engineered stone and for marble and granite to be processed for our tops. We felt that the fabricators weren't delivering in terms of the stone industry, and we started doing it ourselves for our own kitchens initially. And very quickly we realized that there was a gap in the market for a fabrication operation, and we ceased doing kitchen joinery and we focused entirely on the stone industry. In order to produce a stunning kitchen which is enhanced by the countertops, it's important that we engage with the designers in terms of the fabrication methodology, what we can do, what we can't do, what the product can do, as well as looking at specific colors. The designers will either come to our showroom and have a look at colors, they can look online, or they can go to Caesar Stone, to their warehouse to look at full slabs to make their choice in terms of color. Once that has happened, the joinery gets installed, so the kitchen carcasses get installed. We have a template team that goes out and they take templates and they duplicate what the countertops will look like, and they engage with the designer and the client as the templates are taken. It's important that we have a very strong level of accuracy. Stone can't be stretched, and it's got to be accurate to the last millimeter in terms of the final installation. Sometimes the designer requires that a countertop appears to be thicker than the material is, and we then do 45-degree miter cuts on the countertop and on a leading edge to create an appearance of being 40, 50, 60 or even 100 millimeters thick as a countertop. As a product, Caesar Stone is uniform in its structure, and therefore it's easy to miter cut and to create seamless joints on the upper edge. Other elements that are included in the kitchen are draining grooves or mold drainers and underslung bowls. That also gets done at the factory, and it's one of the special areas in terms of our artisans paying attention to the detail that needs to be attended to. After cutting, all of the edges of the stone need to be polished to carry the same finish to the upper surface. That would be done with hand polishers, and we like to use the hand element because a lot of the work that we do is bespoke, and it's important that we pay special attention to those curve details that might be required. Once the edge polishing has been done, we take the individual pieces through to our quality control department and we put them together to create the kitchen that is going to be installed as a final product on site. Almost every aspect of our cutting and polishing in the factory requires a lot of water. It keeps the stone cool while we're cutting, and it keeps it cool while we're polishing. And if we don't use water, the stone will burn, it will warp, it will chip, and therefore it's a vital element. We've gone to the trouble of specifically designing a factory that caters for that. We're environmentally conscious. The water runs off on a sloped floor into a trough, then gets pumped up into 2 large water tanks, and we recycle our water to ensure that we save water. There's always a tension between trying to go as high-tech as possible, where you use almost robotics for the manufacturing of your end product, and while we strive to use the best technology to provide the best product on installation, it is absolutely vital that we have the human element. For our tailor-made products, it's not possible for a machine to create a curved piece of stone. So there's very much a human element. in terms of the experience that our staff carry, in terms of the work that they do. This would be a detailed shaping of edges, it would be creating curved leading edges and other aspects to what we do. Current trends in terms of countertop option include whites and light greys and stone that appears to be a marbled effect but has the durability and the benefit of Caesar stone as a product.
Votes for your favourite design contestants apartment close on the 19th of August. So visit privateproperty.co.za right now and cast your vote. You don't want to miss out on seriously one of the biggest prizes on South African TV.
Vote now and you could win a home. One lucky viewer can win one of 3 completed apartments at the Val de Vie estate, valued at over 3 million rand, by voting for your favorite design contestants apartment on privateproperty.co.za. Win a Home is proudly brought to you by Private Property in association with Nedbank.